Anyhow, what's up, buddy?
Nothing much. Just finished a little known show. Maybe you heard of it. Loki. Just finished the recent episode.
Oh, I have not watched it yet.
Oh, I thought you watched it earlier.
I was going to watch it earlier, and I did not watch it earlier.
Oh, well, good thing I didn't start the show off with what I was going to.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, if you
Just
want to
jumping
spoil
right
stuff,
into
it's
it.
fine. It's no big
Well,
deal.
crap. Well, crap. Okay. It was a very enlightening episode. We'll say that. Lots of twists, some turns, some love. Yeah.
It's the mid-season, right? Right? Because it's
Well,
episode
there's
eight.
what? There's 8 episodes in it. This is episode 3, isn't it?
No, four.
4? Okay, yeah. So it's mid-season.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's four. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to watch it or almost anything when I got home. So
Well, that's lame.
yeah, stupid.
What'd you do? Would you play Destiny?
After Paige got home, I did.
Uh
I
huh.
was not doing that beforehand.
Can you hear that?
Yes, it's
I
so,
apologize.
so
We're,
can our listeners.
we're watching my parents' dog, and right now, she just decided it's time to eat.
As one would.
Food's been out the whole entire time. My brother and I ate probably about an hour ago. Right now, it just seems like a great time to eat, and so that's what it is.
Okay.
At least she's not doing what she was doing earlier. She's a very picky dog, and she has this type of dog food that has like different like types of food in it, I guess, or whatnot. But anyway, she likes to take a mouthful, dump it out onto the ground, and then pick through what she likes and what she doesn't like, and just leave what she doesn't like on the floor. It's a yeah, whatever. Cleaned up later.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyhow,
how you, how you been?
good man. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
I know it's been like 7 hours,
Something like that.
7.5 hours. It's been less than that. You dropped me out. It's been like 6 5 6 hours.
Yeah, you know.
He said.
There's a thing about casting announcement for the Last of Us movie.
Oh, really?
Earlier today, it was revealed that actress Nico Parker will play Sarah Miller in the Last of Us series. In the show, Pedro Pascal will play the role of Joe Miller, Sarah's father, and the star of the PlayStation game. Pascal took to Twitter. Blah 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 blah. Okay, interesting. I don't know who that girl is though. Nico Parker. Open up internet window.
Open up internet with a.
That didn't help at all because she has no anything on there.
Oh, so she's just a new actress.
Apparently,
Good for her. Gotta start somewhere, you know.
you do have to start somewhere. That's how I learn things.
Apparently, it's the Last of Us movie. There's no word on who she's playing.
She's playing Sarah,
Oh,
Joel's daughter.
oh, okay.
She's an English actress. Oh, she was in Dumbo. Okay.
I
Oh,
did not see that movie.
she's in the new upcoming Hugh Jackman movie, that weird Reminiscence or whatever it's called,
Oh, yeah.
where he's like the dream detective or memory detective or some nonsense.
Something like that, trying to find stuff out about his past and stuff like that. And for some reason, the world's half flooded, or at least New York is, or wherever he lives. Chicago, I don't know.
Well, I now know why she looks kind of familiar.
Okay.
She
Why?
is Thandie Newton's daughter.
Oh. Okay. Well,
And
that kind of
she,
explains how you get into acting like almost right away.
yeah, yep. So, there you go. She does look a lot like her too. If you go to the old Google machine and type her name in.
Yeah, I'll look that up later.
Yeah, you don't have to look it up now. It doesn't really matter. Interesting. Well, that's fun. Um, I did have some stuff saved. Now that my save function works.
Nice. So speaking of casting,
Okay. Okay.
apparently they have updated the cast list for Stephen King's Firestarter. They call it a remake. Have they done a show
They did a movie
before?
with
They did a movie?
what's
Was
her
that
name?
way back in the day?
Yeah, the chick from 51st Dates. Can't think of her name right now. That's the one. From
51st
E.T.
Dates. Renee Zellweger? No, that
No,
wasn't
the
Renee.
other one that you think she is. I can't think of her name right now. Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Drew Barrymore
Okay.
was a
When
children
she was
actor.
when she was a youngin.
Yep.
Okay. That must have been one of those ones that just one of his many that just slipped through in the early years.
No, it was fairly large at the time.
Was it?
Yep.
See, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, I think that's one of the movies that she was like child actor on coke on.
Child actor on coke.
Yeah, she was like addicted to coke when she was little.
Wouldn't she be like 10 at the time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, then
Mm-hmm.
apparently that's a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so the cast of Firestarter, which to those who don't know, Firestarter is it was like his sixth book, seventh book, I can't remember. It was one of his earlier books of Stephen King's that basically followed a father and his daughter. His daughter ends up having pyrokinesis, if I recall right. That's what it's called. Basically, her ability to create and control fires. And they're basically on the run from a shadowy organization called the Shop
Yup.
that has somewhat proliferated through a lot of Stephen King's works. Uh, there's a lot more to it in the back history, but that's basically the synopsis of it. Uh, Zach Efron, I believe. I'm trying to remember where I read it. I believe he's got some sort of a producer credit or something like that on it. But he's playing Andy, which is the father. Andy McGee, that's what his name is. The little girl is being played by Ryan Kira Armstrong. She's very familiar with the Stephen King universe, having been in It Chapter 2. She's also in Black Widow, the new Black Widow movie, and the new Chris Pratt movie, The Tomorrow War, and also a movie called Annie with an E, which I don't think I've ever heard of.
It's Anna Green Gables, right?
Annie with an E?
Yeah, it was the Anna Green Gables remake. That was on. Was it Netflix? Where was it on? It was on something. But yeah, it was the Anna Green Gables remake or reboot or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Okay. Michael Grays will be playing John Rainbird, I believe one of the shop agents that is after them. He apparently is best known for a show called Rutherford Falls, but apparently he's also been in Fear the Walking Dead, I believe it is, which I only watched the first season of, so I don't really
Well, Rutherford
know
Falls,
what his
isn't that
character
the
was
new?
in that.
That's a new one with Ed Helms on Apple.
Peacock.
On Peacock, yeah,
Peacock.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah.
that just came out.
yeah. Gloria Rubin, who's let's see, who did they say that she was? There was a character in here that they don't know who she was going to play. Yeah, it wasn't clear. It's not clear what character she's actually going to be playing in Firestarter. Yeah.
Interesting.
What?
Well, I was looking at I found an article about it talking about who's in what.
Sydney Lemon, who's also on the Fear the Walking Dead, will be playing Vicky McGee, which is Andy's wife, or what's her name's
Mother.
mom, who
Charlie's
really,
mother.
yeah, Charlie, that's her name. And that's it. That was the casting. It's actually a pretty interesting cast, I would say.
Ain't gonna be bad,
I'm
that's for
excited.
sure.
No, not bad at all.
What season? Not that I know a whole lot about Fear the Walking Dead.
Right?
Oh,
I
he
only
was in
watched the
True.
first season.
He was in True Detective also. The guy playing
Michael
Rainbird. Rainbird. Michael
Gray
Gray
Eyes.
Eyes.
Gray Eyes. That was his name. Yeah, Gray Eyes.
Yeah, I had to find it again. I was like, oh, just found his name. Um. Oh, interesting. He was Crazy Horse in the movie Crazy Horse.
That was pretty interesting.
Played Sitting Bull. Interesting. That's cool. That character's a dick, by the way.
Yeah, huge dick.
I sent you an article about Drew Barrymore's coke addiction when she was in her preteens. She got a, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't read the article, but if I'm remembering correctly, she was like 13 when her mom like submitted her into rehab or something.
That's gotta be tough.
It's pretty ridiculous, bro.
Let's steer away from weird, sad news. I mean, I guess it's good for her. She's not addicted to coke as far as I'm aware anymore. She seems to be a lot happier.
She's an adult now, so it's fine if she's addicted to coke.
I guess.
I mean, it's not fine that she's addicted to coke, but it's okay if she is. How's that?
We'll just move on. Because that just doesn't, it's just a wrong slippery slope. That's like going over other news that we're not going to go over today about Bill Cosby.
It's true.
That's just stuff I don't talk about.
The cast of Suicide Squad will be doing a special on TBS of Wipeout.
Really?
Yeah, they're hosting it, I guess.
Oh, they're hosting it.
I think so. I mean, trying to see the.
Okay. Because I was thinking that they were actually going to run the course.
Well, because John Cena is a host on it now.
Yeah, him and I can't remember the girl that he co-hosts it with.
Yeah.
He was on Seth Meyers last night to talk about the Fast and Furious movie.
Fast 9.
And also mentioned the hosting of Wipeout and how much he enjoys watching it, that he would never, ever do it. He was explaining about how some contestants take like an hour and a half to get through.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Some of the obstacles there, and it's like, I can't, for an hour and a half? Wow, that's a long time to get through some of those obstacles.
On August 1st, TBS will air a 1-hour crossover episode, Wipe Out the Suicide Squad special, featuring writer-director James Gunn, with cameos by Nathan Fillion, Joel Kinnaman, David, I can't pronounce his last name. He plays Polka Dot Man in this. He was also in Ant-Man. And Daniela Melchior? Melchior? I'm not too sure her name. As well as hosts John Cena and Nicole Byer.
Nicole Byer, that's who the co-host is.
Camilla Kostick, who is their sideline reporter, I think, in that one. Interesting, because that's literally like 5 days before it hits theaters / HBO Max.
I'd be willing to watch that. Sounds like it'd be interesting. It'd be really fun if they actually ran the course.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what if it does. It just says cameos. I'm guessing maybe not.
So it doesn't even necessarily sound like they're necessarily going to be there.
Because it says here. I guess there's a teaser for it, but it says the Suicide Squad takes over Wipeout this August with special guests in another set of teams battling it out for $25,000.
Oh, they actually try and make money off that?
Yeah, you win money on it now. Apparently.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you just humiliated yourself.
I mean, yes.
I've seen the original Japanese version, and I don't think any of them won money. Like, I've watched the whole episode, and they don't mention anything about currency. But then again, I know it's edited for American television.
The BBC version with Hammond from is on Hulu. Who
Is
no
that what Hammond's doing now?
he was on the original over in Britain.
Oh, he was on the original over in Britain.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that shit's rough.
I bet.
Because over there they don't use pools of water; they use mud.
Ugh.
Yeah, this chick, the first chick that's on the very first episode, at one point goes face first, and you can literally see her spit mud out of her mouth. And I was like,
Oh,
okay, I'm good. Yeah, it was real rough to watch. We didn't make it. We didn't even make it. She like, I think we turned it off as soon as she finished the course after like 7.5 minutes.
damn.
She did not do good. I was like, well, that's enough of this. Then we watched the first two stunts of the first episode of Fear Factor. Hilarious to watch again because it's real cringy.
Like the first episodes.
The very first episode, yeah, because it's on.
Who hosted at that point?
That was Joe Rogan. He was out of the gate.
Joe Rogan. Okay.
Yeah, it was real bad, and there was a guy from Arizona that was on it too.
Of course there is.
Yeah, I was like, yep, that makes sense. But yeah, no, he was. What's funny about that is I don't remember. I watched all of Fear Factor when it was on. I remember how it started. The very first stunt they do is being drugged behind a horse, like two horses, in the mud.
That's it. That's Fear Factor.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. It's more of, I guess, that's like pain factor at that point, because the first guy who went,
mud.
yeah, well, yeah, but it's they're on like a old western like movie set, so it's like the road that they're running on is all potted and gross and whatever. But like I was like, oh, you're going through the mud, right? So the first dude gets done, it literally sheared off the front of his sweatshirt, and so
I guess that would be still pretty viscous. Yeah.
yeah, his sweatshirt's completely tattered, and he's got a scrape along his forearm. I was like, oh, that's the best person to go first, because now everyone's like, oh, that guy got fucked up. I'm gonna get fucked up too. Then one of the girls got like a little bit of air and slammed down, knocked the wind out of her. I was like, oof.
All right.
But the second stunt was the Fear Factor one, because they had to get in a little plastic coffin full of rats. And I was like, please no.
Yeah, that would be pretty awful.
Yeah, I was not gonna enjoy that. But yeah, so it was. But it was real rough to watch. I was like, oh my god, this is not good.
No, and that was back before he bulked out too.
He was skinny.
He was
Joe
a
Rogan.
full-on skinny comedian, Joe Rogan. It's really weird to see him now or then. Watch old clips of him after what what he looks like now.
Yeah, it's real strange.
Did you see that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is actually a novel?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino wrote it.
Yeah, it came out Tuesday.
With someone else. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I was
apparently
like,
it's already the Amazon's. Okay, so it's Amazon's movie tie-in fiction bestseller, the number one movie tie-in fiction bestseller for Kindle. It's quite the title there. But apparently it's kind of a retelling. Like, it's the same story, but it changes things up a little bit, or at least the timeline up a little bit. And the article that I read about it had a little bit of spoilers in it, because you know how in the movie it was questionable whether Brad Pitt's character killed his wife.
Yeah.
Apparently, they give like a solid answer in this book.
Oh.
I won't spoil it for you, although I think you could probably guess.
I'm guessing yes.
They give a really solid answer. Yeah, and another person too. At least they according to this article, it's more than just his wife that he's killed.
All right.
DiCaprio's character is bipolar, apparently.
I mean, he's bipolar in the movie, so.
Yeah, but apparently it's like more
prominent.
Prominent, yeah. There you go. And there was one more weird thing that they had said. It was that DiCaprio's character Was it DiCaprio's character? Yeah, Dalton killed more Japanese in World War II than anyone else in the U.S. military. I don't even recall in the movie that he was actually in the military. Maybe it was a quick scene or something like that. But okay,
Interesting.
yeah. So that actually might be a pretty good book to read. I really enjoyed the movie,
Yeah.
so it might be a really enjoyable book to read. And he still says that he's only doing one more film.
Yeah. Sure, buddy.
Yeah, because I swear he said that at film 8, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where
Something
he
like
said
that.
that's eighth film was going to be my last film, and then it wasn't his last film because that was fuck, what was the name of it? Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was going to be his magnum opus, and he's going to leave the business.
good, and then he didn't. He went and made Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
And he still doesn't.
and now apparently he's. It doesn't say that he's working on any other film. It just says that he wants to do one more film and then just be it. According to him, I believe it was directors over a certain age, their movies just start to. Oh yeah, I know from film history and from here on in, directors do not get better. Is what he said on Real Time with Bill Maher. And I mean, we've made that argument for a couple of directors.
Yeah.
I believe I made that argument last week. So he's got, he's onto something.
Also, he's one of those dudes who's more critical about his own work than he is anybody else's work, like vocally, like out. So I could see him like really not wanting to let himself be criticized in a way. You know what I mean? He's always going to be criticized because it's him and he does things weird ways, but he doesn't want to have that like. He wants to go out on top, I guess you could say. So it makes sense. I mean, no one wants to fucking be the shit pile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what? It sucks, but as long as you go out on your own terms, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Right. You can recognize that you're not making good movies. I definitely agree that there are certain directors, people out there that just don't realize that what they're doing is not good anymore. Or who was it? There was an actor that was like, oh, it's Bruce Willis, I think it was, when he was doing the Kevin Smith movie
Cop Out.
Cop Out, where Smith was trying to give him direction, and he was basically like, no, I know how to do this. You don't, basically. And it's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Because your career had just like started to tank after actually I don't even know what movie that his there's a lot of early enjoyable movies of his, and then it's just at a certain point everything after that has just been like not good.
Yeah.
And it's seemingly because he thinks that he knows how to do action, really he doesn't.
That's very true. Especially that new space movie he's in looks like complete garbage.
I have almost watched that movie just to see how it is.
Nope, I refuse to.
You refuse to?
Yep.
He just doesn't even look like he gives a shit in the trailers. Like he's just going through the motions of acting.
He's just spouting off lines.
Yeah. Whatever. How much of a Metallica fan are you?
I mean, I know all their songs, all their older songs. I don't know anything off of like, what was that one called? Is it Death Magnetic?
Death Magnetic was it their last one? That was the one with the coffin and.
Yeah, I never listened to any of that stuff. So.
Before that was Saint Anger, I think it was.
Oh no, I never. I listened to the song that was on the radio from that, but I never listened to the album. I guess the last thing really I had listened to is probably. What's the one? Is it Garage Days, or is it Black Album that was last? Whatever, they're older stuff. I would say. I never really enjoyed their newer stuff.
there's like a certain period in time where I don't know their some of the albums. Like I know some of the older ones, and I know some of the newer ones. But there's definitely a time in there that they completely dropped off the radar, and I have no idea what some of those albums were. Anyway, I make mention of it because apparently they have a Black Album Deluxe reissue that's going to be coming out September 10th. They released one of the songs from it called Take 36, Take 36 being a demo of Sad But True. It's on YouTube. You can listen to it. It's definitely sad but true, but without all of the other editing and stuff going along with it. So it's really weird to listen to. It's very raw.
Hmm.
Not bad.
Interesting.
But apparently there's other songs that will be on the album. It says it's one album, 12 songs. So this was the other weird thing about it. 53 artists are going to be. Yeah.
What?
So the Black Album remaster. Where is it? Okay, so Metallica Blacklist record, which features the likes of Miley Cyrus, Elton John, Ghost, Weezer, Corey Taylor, Biffy Clyro, Royal Blood, Pup, Idols, and more. So it sounds like in this remaster, there will be other artists that will be doing Metallica song covers.
Okay. Interesting. So other people doing interpretations of songs from the Black Album?
Or excuse me, this is what I just mentioned is called the Metallica Blacklist record. So they're going to be reissuing a deluxe version of the Black Album, and then they'll be doing this star-studded the Metallica Blacklist record, which will be featuring all of those artists on there. Which I just thought the first two were really, really weird. Miley Cyrus and Elton John. I guess even Weezer is pretty weird in there, but I can see Ghost or Corey Taylor doing stuff. I don't know who the rest of them are, honestly. Biffy Clyro, Royal Blood, Pup, Idols. I apologize for anybody who knows that. Those artists out there, and it's probably screaming that they're really good. Might do really good Metallica covers. I'm guessing that's what it is.
So it's a tribute album.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. With contributions from countries all over the globe, from the U.S. to Nigeria, there are tracks from singer-songwriters, country artists, electronic and hip-hop artists, alongside punk rockers, indie darlings, icons of rock, metal, world music, and many, many more, covering the entire spectrum from musicians we've shared the stage with to some who were not even born yet when the original album was released.
So, okay. Nothing Else Matters is a cover by Miley Cyrus, Elton John, Yo-Yo Ma, Watt, Robert Trujillo, and Chad Smith. So all those people are on Nothing Else Matters.
What?
Yeah, so it says here, all in one.
That?
It's on rollingstone.com.
Okay.
So it only lists on here, it only lists 2 songs and who does them. So it says all right here, all in all, the Metallica Blacklist will feature 53 different covers of Black Album. So 53 different covers of Black Album songs and benefit 52 charities, all chosen by artists who contributed to the record. Other tracks include Nothing Else Matters cover, and then lists all those people, and then an Enter Sandman cover. What?
Okay, so they're not all on the same song. They're doing their own version of that song.
I guess so. It's weird. I mean, obviously this is 53 different covers of Black Album songs, so I'm guessing each of those artists do a version of Nothing Else Matters.
Yeah.
And then Enter Sandman by I guess it's pronounced Juanes, and then a live piano cover of Sad But True by Sam Fender. Weird.
It's definitely going to be a very interesting album to go through. I really hope. I had this problem with there's a Queen tribute album that was actually had some really good songs on it by some really good artists. Breaking Benjamin did. I was spacing out on the name of the song right now. Um, God, I can't remember what it was, but it was a really good version of that song. And then Shinedown did another song on there. But the problem that I had with the album is I obviously there weren't 53 artists, so there's going to be a lot of crossover with songs on there.
Mm-hmm.
But it ended up being a lot of the same song by different artists, and it was like, well, can't you guys do something like different? Like there Queen has like this wasn't just like a Queen album tribute. This was Queen tribute.
Yeah, the whole breadth of their records.
Tons of Queen, but of the ones that these artists did, a lot of them were repeats, and it was just like, come on, man, pick something else to do. So it'll be interesting. I don't know. It'll be interesting to hear 20 different like 10 different artists do the same song.
Yeah.
And then you have like how many? There were probably only 12 songs on the original album.
Yes. 10 is it? It might be. It's either 12 or 11. I don't remember.
I'm guessing 12 because the final line here is one album, 12 songs, 53 artists, unlimited possibilities. So, that's going to be a lot of repeats, and I'm guaranteeing you that they're not going to be covering that. Every song's not going to get an artist cover for it. So you're going to have a lot of artists doing the same song over and over and over again. There are going to be definitely ones that are really good, but there are going to be other ones that are probably just mediocre at best.
Yeah, there's 12 songs. Enter Sandman, Sabbath True, Holier Than Thou, Holier Than Thou, The Unforgiven, Wherever I May Roam, Don't Tread on Me, Through the Never, Nothing Else Matters, Of Wolf and Man, The God That Failed, My Friend of Misery, The Struggle Within.
Yeah, so like I have a feeling that a good 10 artists are going to be covering, Sad But True, and another 10 or more are going to be doing what was the other popular song off there?
Enter Sandman.
Yeah. So it'll be definitely interesting. It'll be something I listen to, as long as it's on Apple Music or something. If it's not, I'm not going to go out and buy this. I've not been a huge Metallica fan, but I do like some of their music.
I'm trying to see if there's a list somewhere of who is on this thing.
Yeah, because 53 artists, that's very specific, but you're only giving a very limited number of people. And honestly, I would be curious to see what Weezer does, but they're definitely not that type of band. Corey Taylor definitely is, so it'll be really cool to hear him do something of theirs. Ghost as well. Elton John is going to be weird. Yeah. I can't picture Miley Cyrus doing a Metallica cover, but who knows? Maybe she'll do really good. Maybe all these guys will do really good. I would hope.
I mean, you would hope, yes. Coming to digital September 10th, vinyl CD on October. Oh, this is from Metallica's website.
October? I thought that. Oh, this one. Yeah, I don't know when this one comes out. The deluxe, Black Album Deluxe comes out September 10th.
Yeah.
Oh no! So ahead of the release of their massive Black box set and the Metallica Blacklist on September 10th. So it sounds like they both come out September 10th.
Oh, here we go. Track listing. Alicia Cara and the Warning enter Sandman. Mac DeMarco enter Sandman. Ghost enter Sandman. Juanes enter Sandman. Rena Sawamama enter Sandman. Weezer enter Sandman. Sam Fender, Sad But True Live. This is a great band name, and I've never heard of them, but Jason Isabel and the 400 Unit.
Okay.
Sad But True. Mexican Institute of Sound featuring La Perla and Gara MX, Sad But True. Royal Blood, Sad But True. St. Vincent, Sad But True. White Reaper, Sad But True. YB. I'm trying to see, let's see, who are these other people we know of? Okay, Corey Taylor's doing Holier Than Thou.
Okay, good. Something else that somebody's probably not going to do.
Cage the Elephant is doing The Unforgiven.
Okay, that'll be interesting.
Yep. Let's see. I don't know what Flatbush Zombies are, but it's a fucking fantastic name. Featuring DJ Scratch is doing The Unforgiven.
I think Matt just showed me those guys not too long ago.
It's a great name. Let's see. Portugal the Man featuring Aaron Beam doing Don't Tread on Me. Volbeat doing Don't Tread on Me.
Oh, nice.
The HU Through the Never.
Oh, wait, the Who? The HU.
Yeah, the HU, the Who.
They're called it's pronounced the Who.
Yeah, I don't want to say the Who because there's a band called the Who.
But, because and it's pronounced more like the Who or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like because it's Mongolian death metal, but that's dope.
But so that thing on RollingStone.com was not incorrect. Miley Cyrus featuring Watt, Elton John, Yo-Yo Ma, Robert Trujillo, and Chad Smith doing Nothing Else Matters.
Oh. So they're all doing one song.
Yes.
Like the same song.
Together.
All right.
Well, Robert Trujillo is the bass player from Metallica. And Chad Smith is the drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, I'm thinking Chad Kroger. Never mind. Okay, yeah.
Dave Gahan of Depeche Mode fame is doing Nothing Else Matters. Let's see. My Morning Jacket is doing Nothing Else Matters. Darius Rucker is doing Nothing Else Matters. Hootie. Or as he said in the past, I'm one of the Blowfish, is doing Nothing Else Matters.
Well, now I'm sold.
Chris Stapleton, who I believe is he a country artist? Why does that name sound familiar?
Chris Stapleton?
Yeah.
Come on, Apple Music. Load faster.
He has a country singer. I just did the lookup feature. Interesting. Trying to find other names that we know on here, and that's about that's all of them. Interesting. There are literally 52. I just scrolled through them, but I grabbed the names that most people would know of.
You had me at Darius Rucker.
Of course I did. I'll definitely check it out. There's no, on here they're trying to sell you the albums, so I'm sure they're not gonna, it's weird though, as it says the Metallica Blacklist. I keep wanting to say Blackest. The Metallica Blacklist album digital download is $50. And I don't know if I recognize the player that it's in. It shows it on an iPhone, but I don't know if that's iTunes or not.
You don't think that so it'll definitely be interesting for that, because it does say that the proceeds from that album will be going to charity. So it'd be kind of weird to put that on a streaming service. It'd be cool for fans, but how do you're probably not getting the same return from album sales. It's a direct
download from them, and you can get an MP3, FLAC, ALAC, FLAC HD, and ALAC HD.
So that's probably how they're going to do it. So it might not actually be on Apple Music. You have to purchase it, and you can download it.
Oh, that's gross. Unless they might be able to buy it through iTunes also.
Yeah, maybe you can buy it through iTunes as well, which would be more convenient. Because you're right. Gone are the days that I want to buy and buy digital music and download it and have to keep track of digital music. You lose it, you lose it. You know, you store it on a hard drive and then you forget about it. It's gone.
So you can pre-order right now in 3 different versions. There's the vinyl, which is 8 individual vinyls. For
Is it at least a cool vinyl looking vinyl?
No, it's $160.
I mean, if it's going to be that much and it's not a cool vinyl, that sucks.
Trying to see if I can find details on it, but I don't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 7. The 7 LPs will be housed in a die-cut jacket with a booklet and a library-style slipcase. Comes with an MP3 download card, so you get the digital version as well. So it's a collector's item, obviously.
Okay, that's good of them.
But that's all it says about the album. It doesn't say anything about on special. It doesn't even say what kind of vinyl it's actually on. It just says it's 7 LPs housed in a die-cut jackets. Doesn't say if they're. I mean, I'm guessing if it's the black album, they're going to be black vinyl, but it doesn't say anything about anything else, and it just shows jackets. I'm showing.
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm on it now.
Okay.
Yeah, the cover, the actual album cover isn't even really that impressive either. It's just a black album, well, a grayish background with black lettering of all the artists, it looks like, on it.
Yeah.
The spine says Blacklist.
And then the 4 CD set will be housed in a 10-panel digipack with a booklet, artwork by David Turner, and it costs $30. And expected. Oh, okay. So here we go. That's where I saw the October 1st thing. Expected availability October 1st. So if you
Really?
pre-order them, the physical copies don't get them until October 1st, which means if you get the vinyl,
Yeah,
the
that would be
download
early.
card would be there. So I mean, it's a few weeks later. Oh, actually, right here, Joe. So this says, if you scroll up, 1 album, 12 songs, 53 artists, unlimited possibilities. The Metallica Blackest celebrates the enduring influence of Metallica with an unprecedented 50-plus artists spanning an unbelievable vast range of genres, generations, cultures, blah, blah, blah. Available on digital and streaming on September 10th and arriving on vinyl and CD on October 1st. All profits will be donated to charities of each contributing artist's choice, along with Metallica's own foundation, all within my hands. It says streaming.
It says streaming, but they don't say streaming from where.
It doesn't. That's very interesting.
It still gets me because they could literally just it's on our website. You can stream it on our website and listen to it there. Also buy stuff.
Oh shit. So if you go to Apple Music, it is on there. Several songs are available to listen to. It has Lossless and it has Apple Digital mix masters. The Juanes version of Enter Sandman, the Sam Fender version of the live version of Sad But True, the Jason Isabel and the 400 Unit Sad But True, St. Vincent's version of Sad But True are all available to listen to now, along with Miley Cyrus's featuring all those people on Nothing Else Matters. So all those songs are available to listen to currently on Apple Music, and it is available to pre-download via the Apple Music app.
Well, I know what I'm doing as soon as we're done. I really am curious what that Miley Cyrus and Nothing Else Matters sounds like.
That's pretty interesting. I just went ahead and added it to my library. So as more stuff gets downloaded or comes available, it'll download automatically.
I might as well do that myself. Boom, done.
That's pretty gnarly. To tell you the truth, I mean
Right?
it's a lot of stuff on there, and it's cool that it's streaming. But I mean, they're getting paid for it, so it's not like you're stealing it, a la Napster and shit.
That was my question. My worry about that, it wouldn't be on streaming because I don't know if they get as much as they would off of albums, especially since it said that the proceeds from the album are going to charities. You know,
yeah.
I would think that you would get more money from album sales, physical sales, rather than digital sales.
Well, a lot
or
of
at
like
least
the obviously CDs are a fucking just archaic form of listening to music now, since most cars in the last handful of years. I mean, my car is a 2016 that doesn't have a CD player in it. So what does that tell you? You know what I mean? Like the last 5-6 years, there's no CD players on most cars. So that's an interesting thing.
that's very true. You would be doing your fans a disservice since it is pretty much digital sales
Yeah.
that are going to be driving things. But I mean, still, you could limit it to purchasing it through Apple Music rather than allowing streaming.
Oh, for
But
sure.
I'm happy. I'm happy with it,
Yeah, that's pretty rad. It's
especially
very
since
interesting.
I think you only have to listen to like the first 30 seconds of the song for it to be considered a listen, and then or is it 30? I think it's 30 seconds. Yeah, Spotify was like 45 seconds or something like that. iTunes is 30 seconds, and then they get credit for the listen.
That's a good question. What is that listing? How long do I have to listen to a song on streaming for the artist to get paid? I don't know if that's a question anyone's typed into Google or not, but I
Well, I
found an answer.
guarantee you it is. There was a whole YouTube video that I had watched about that and Spotify. I think I mentioned last week the barely sociable guy.
Mm-hmm.
He actually did another. I mean, he's done a ton of videos, and I've just been randomly going through a lot of his stuff. And one of them was about Spotify. At first, I didn't really think it'd be interesting, but once I started watching it, it was actually really interesting. And it's talking about how people game the Spotify system because you can basically go on there and make your own podcast, own music, and stuff like that. And then what you would do then is that you would get a bunch of burner accounts that you can just use the free service, or if you're a hacker man, you can go and borrow people's accounts essentially. And then what you would do is you would have an app, have a bunch of apps that would reach out to Spotify, play your songs for exactly the amount of time that would be required to make it as a listen, and then just skip to the next song. And people were making shit tons of money off of this, and it was a perfectly I mean, regardless of the hacking somebody's account and using their account, because apparently paid subscribers count more than free subscribers
Yeah, I would
when it
think
comes
so.
to that. Uh, but yeah, apparently it's a completely legal thing that you can do. You can just, as long as you have the time and just make up a bunch of burner accounts and have the software to do it, you can just sit there and make yourself money on Spotify.
So it's 30 seconds on Spotify.
It's 30
According
seconds on
to
Spotify.
Yeah, so on Quora, which is a site you can search for apparently any goddamn question you want, because that is a real specific thing. Like I typed
Or
in,
I think it's like the new Yahoo Answers, if I recall right.
yeah, it's all submitted by people, not like an actual professional. But this guy
Yeah,
named Anthony Law, fantastic name.
right.
He's listed as former custom Spotify bot programming developer.
Yeah, okay.
He says, let's cut to the chase. You must pay attention to a song on Spotify for 30 seconds before it's counted as a playable stream or payable stream.
Mm-hmm.
According to Spotify's own artist facts, a couple of no varying levels of payout. It doesn't matter if you listen for only 31 seconds or the complete track, the payout is the same. However, you can use a Spotify bot tool to increase your Spotify streams. However, there is a wide range of variables that know what the rate of the artist is paid for each and every stream, including those of limited by the United States the listeners is situated in, the percentage of paid subscribers Spotify is wearing in its books at the time, currency fluctuations in the artist's own deal using their record label. Interesting. And he gives you a link to a Spotify bot streaming thing. What an asshole.
Apparently, it was a really well known and it's a it's a very rampant thing. Like there's even accusations that well known artists were using this and as a way to beef up their numbers, because apparently it's just a thing that Spotify doesn't really care about. They say they care about it, but they don't really care about it.
It
You
says,
know.
according to Digital Music News, Spotify currently pays point zero point or sorry point zero zero 437 per cents per stream. As previously mentioned, only tracks that are played at least 30 seconds count towards revenue. Then this other one says what you'll earn per song and how to get paid more for your music. Spotify generally pays between 0.003 cents and 0.005 cents per stream, meaning you'll need about 250 streams to make $1. And that was February of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, and from what the video said, and that's just basically what people do. They just go on there, they make a bunch of music, as long as it's more than 30 seconds, and then they just go out and get bots, and they just listen to the music for 30 seconds, and just sits there and rolls through, and you can make a ton of money in a couple of days doing that.
Yeah, here's the thing about it right now.
Like, the more I watched that show, the more glad I was that I don't use Spotify, because it's apparently it sounds like a horrible service from that people are just gaming the system left and right to make money off of it, and it doesn't sound like the CEOs really give a shit. They themselves actually. So from that news article, they themselves are they're owned by another company that apparently also owns another company that makes, like, I would call it, what, inspirational music, or that, like, relaxing, type of music. Because Spotify has a list of things that are like, these are the upcoming artists type thing or something like that, where they say that, these are, artists that you should be listening to. But it turns out those artists don't really exist. They are real people, but the artists that they claim to be are not real people. That music is owned by this company that actually owns Spotify. So when you get this list, again, I can't remember what the list was called. When you get this list advertised to you as, like, upcoming artists in like whatever, blah blah blah, it's actually Spotify feeding back into itself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm reading this article from a website called reviews.com, which sounds like a terrible fucking website to be on, but they actually talk about it. They break it down. So compensation copyrights owned by songwriters and publishers, sound recording copyrights owned by the record label and recording artists. Blah blah blah. There's a bunch of different stuff in there. So the amount that makes it to the artists will vary by streaming service, but it's generally the reports in Napster had a highest rate of $730 per stream. Jesus Christ. At those rates, Digital Music News points out they would take anywhere from tens of thousands of plays on Napster to a couple million plays on YouTube to make the U.S. minimum wage. Okay. To look at another way, Business Insider reports that Spotify pays between 0.003 cents and 0.005 cents per stream. The most popular artists will regularly surpass 1 million streams. Spotify's top track in December of 2017 was Ed Sheeran's Shape of You with 1.4 billion streams. The Economist reports that on average, a billion streams on subscription services brings in about 7 million for the big labels, with perhaps 1 million of that going to the artist. Jesus. Yeah. That's interesting.
The other cool thing about Apple is I think Apple pays more.
They do, and actually in that same article, they talked about how earlier this year, a group called... Where's it at? Hold on, I moved up. A group called Copyright Royalty Board, or the CRB, ruled that streaming services had to increase royalty payouts by 44% over the next 4 years, but Spotify, Amazon, Google, and Pandora all filed an appeal to the decision. Apple's decision not to appeal was a great PR look for Apple Music. So Apple said, nah, we're good. We're going to do it. Let's see.
But what's their? I think I read their current was 1 cent, 1 cent per stream, which is still not very much. Music payout. Yeah, it was 1 cent per stream.
In a letter, Apple says it pays 52% of subscribers' revenue, or 52 cents for every dollar, to all record labels. Spotify, which generates revenue both from subscriptions and its free ad-supported tier, says it pays 2/3 of every dollar of revenue to rights holders, with 75% to 80% of going to the labels, translating to 50 to 53 cents on the dollar, depending on the agreements between the service and the different labels. Interesting. That's very bizarre. I never thought about it. I mean, I have thought about it. I just never really looked into it. How much does Taylor Swift make from Spotify?
She probably makes a good million or so.
Taylor Swift earns less than $500,000 from Spotify this year.
Oh, poor her. But still not as much as I thought she would.
$496,044 to be exact is what it says here in the past 12 months from domestic streaming at Spotify.
I suppose that also take if that's raw numbers of what would take home be. Obviously, she's not getting all of that. Her record label's getting most of that.
Yeah, I mean
she's still a lot less of that.
It says Taylor Swift earned, so I don't know if that actually specifies her
right,
particularly.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, does it specify that record label's already taken its cut of it, and that's what she's taking home, or is that literally the take from all the streaming for the year, and then her record label would take some of that, and she would take the rest? Does she actually have a record label? Now that I think about it, is she on a record label?
Yeah, most likely. Let's take a look. Where's
She would definitely
Swift
be that
at?
type of artist that by now I would think would have her own record label.
T Swift. Other names? I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Net worth is somewhere between $365 million. Awards, origin, genre, labels. Big Machine Republic. Big Machine Records is an American independent record label which is distributed in Universal Music Group and specializes in country and pop artists. Big Machine's based in Nashville, Tennessee. Label's founded by former DreamWorks Records Scott, so it's not her label.
Okay.
It's Toby Keith's label. Interesting.
Oh. So it might be a little bit more, a lot more, I would say, artist friendly.
Yeah. And also, I mean, Taylor Swift, she probably makes a pretty penny. Because, I mean, that says domestic streaming, so that's the United States.
Right.
We don't know. I mean, that doesn't tell me numbers from overseas or all that fun stuff like that.
No.
But I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift's not using a Spotify bot to listen for listens. You know what I mean? I mean, she's no Olivia Rodrigo right now, but she ain't no slouch either.
Right.
Where did my save stories go? I only had
that was it.
I only had two that I really wanted to talk about. The other ones were nonsense that don't. The saved ones they're not saved for listening here or talking about here. And we'll make them quick. They're very fast ones. The first one, which will be the quickest, is Scott Adkins is in negotiations to join John Wick Chapter 4.
That's dope.
So that's fucking cool. Anytime I can get Donnie Yen and fucking Scott Adkins in the same movie, I'm gonna take that. You know what I mean?
Just the fact that we're also getting a John Wick 4.
They just started production. I got the little insider text message the other day.
That's so fucking dope.
Yup. And then the other one I brought up that I thought was interesting, and I don't know. I know. So are you familiar with the movie A League of Their Own?
Yes, I am. I'm familiar with that old movie.
Okay. Ouch, bro. Ouch, bro. You don't have to bring up
I'm
old.
calling it like I see it.
I mean, you don't have to specify that it's a 1992 movie. All right.
I
Jerk.
just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page. That it wasn't like some sort of remake that they've already done.
Anyhow, it is telling the story of professional women's baseball during World War II.
Yep.
Um,
It was a star-studded cast as well.
yes, fantastic movie. It's one of my favorite sports movies. I say air quotes because it is sports, but it's also about the people. It's not about
Yeah.
just the sport. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it says here that Amazon is doing a reboot of A
Yeah.
League of Their Own, and
Yep.
Nick Offerman is playing Casey Dove Porter. I
Who
don't.
was that? I don't remember the names of the cast in
So
or their names in
apparently,
movies.
he's the coach of the Rockford Peaches. I
So
was gonna
that
look
was
it up.
Tom Hanks' character.
I don't remember them calling him Casey Dove Porter, and the reason he's called Dove is because he's a ex Cubs pitcher that is famous for killing a dove with a forkball in midair in the middle of a game. Is what it says here. I don't know
Wait,
if that's real or not, and I'm gonna look up at.
that sounds like it's presenting as real,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but yeah, I don't think Tom Hanks's character in A League of Their Own.
Nope, Jimmy Dugan. I was
Actually,
like, the name didn't sound right at all.
it was Jimmy Dugan.
Jimmy Dugan was his
Was
character's
Tom
name.
Hanks' character in A League?
Yeah, the
So
one
they're
that.
already changing the name of the your
That's
lead
so
character.
weird.
He was the lead character, right? No, he was one of the main
He was
cast.
yeah, he was the coach that had the 5.5 minute long pee. Nick Offerman.
That is really cool. That it's going to be Nick Offerman at least,
Yeah, for sure. I love that dude.
right?
Filmography. Clicky clicky. Television. Because I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. Oh, he's in Pam and Tommy. That's fantastic. That's amazing.
Was that was the Seth Rogen movie, wasn't it?
No, Pam and Tommy is the one with Sebastian Stan and Lily James about Tommy Lee and
Oh, sorry,
Pam and
Pam
James.
and Tam. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. We talked about that fucking last week. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that.
There's no information. Oh wait, hold on. Screw it. I changed that.
Record
Okay.
screech.
Yes, the series follows brand new characters and begins with the formation of the league in 1943 and follows the league and its players as they fight to keep it alive through close games, injuries, sexual awakenings, and road trips across rapidly changing U.S.
So it's a retelling of the same story, but
Apparently.
different characters.
So it's
So weird.
co-created by
Good.
Will Graham and Abby Jacobson. Abby Jacobson is famous for being in Broad City.
Oh, is she one of the? She was the one of the main actresses.
Yeah, she was she's one of the girls.
Yeah.
She's gonna play a character named Carson Shaw. None of these names sound very familiar from the Penny Marshall 1992 film A League of Their Own. Oh my god! CBS did a series about League of Their Own too. That's weird. I didn't know that. Interesting.
What was her name in the movie? God damn it.
Who? Gina Davis or Abby Jacobson?
Abby Jacobson.
Abby Jacobson. Her character's name in the show is Carson Shaw.
Carson Shaw. I'm not seeing that.
characters they have listed here: Carson Shaw. There's a character named Max, Greta, Mita, Clance, Jess, Izzy, and then Dave Porter, and then a character named Joe.
None of those are
J-O.
showing up here.
Yeah, so it's weird. I don't know.
So it sounds like just a totally revamped
Yeah, it says
story.
follows brand new characters and begins with the formation of the league in 1943. So, I guess they're just telling stories of people in it. Where I believe the Penny Marshall movie was based on actual people and events, right? Am I mistaken in thinking that?
I forgot Bill Pullman was in that movie.
Yeah, he played Gina Davis's husband.
Yeah, he did.
I've seen League of Their Own several times.
I've seen it a few times. Just I'm horrible with remembering names and stuff.
And places and things.
Especially for older movies, because
Hey,
I wasn't as big as a movie fan as you were back then. I liked watching movies, but I didn't really care for paying attention to the actors in it, with the exception of a few main large name actors: Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise, Bruce Willis,
Harrison
at
Ford.
a point in time, Steven Seagal.
Steven
You
Seagal.
Those large action names: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. Beyond that, though, like, I didn't know who Gary Oldman was until
Batman? Don't say Batman.
no,
Okay.
it was before Batman. What was the?
Fifth Element? The Professional.
It was after Fifth Element. No, it was after Leon the Professional.
Bram Stoker's... No, it was before. Was Bram Stoker's before?
No, actually, it might have been Bram Stoker's. Tangent. Gary Oldman, IMDb. This is going to be a long list.
Francis Ford Coppola. This
When-
movie came out in 92.
When did Gary Oldman? Let's see.
When did Gary Oldman pique Joe's interest? Talk about a guy who has a shit ton of amazing movies. Gary
Seriously.
fucking Oldman, dude. This
Okay,
guy.
so there's Leon the Professional in 1994. Fifth Element was 1997. Wow, that's a lot later than I thought that would have been. I would have called Fifth Element 95, 94, 95.
Nah, bro.
He was on Friends.
Air
But who
Force One.
wasn't?
He was in Air Force One, bro. You love that movie.
Yeah, that might have been the movie. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Air Force One. That might have been the movie. So that was actually right after Fifth Element. That might have been the movie that I really started. Oh, no, Lost in Space as well.
Terrible movie, but yes, I agree with you.
Terrible movie, he says. I low-key enjoy that movie.
Okay.
I low-key enjoy that movie.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. You do low key enjoy that movie.
Joey Tribbiani's finest work.
Joey Tribbiani. That's his real name.
Because I can't think of his actual name. It's, where is he? Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah. That movie had Thunderbolt Ross in it, bro.
Yeah, it did.
And what's her name? What is her name? The mom.
The mom's name. as
Heather
it loads
Graham?
Up here.
Was it Heather Graham? No, that's the daughter.
Mimi Rogers.
Mimi Rogers. Fuck balls. I couldn't remember. I was like, God damn it. Heather Graham
Dude,
was the daughter.
the cast in this movie is fucking amazing. Gary
On-
Oldman.
on
William
paper,
Hurt, Matt LeBlanc,
that movie
Mimi
should have been
Rogers,
massive.
Heather Graham, Lacey Chabert, Jack Johnson. I don't really know if he's done anything more. Jared Harris.
Jared Harris is, you know Jared Harris.
I do know Jared Harris. That's why I said. I'm going through the now we're in the lower tiers of actors, and I don't really recognize the rest of them. But dude, the main cast here was awesome.
Jared Harris is in Foundation, right?
He probably is.
I think
He
so.
would be that type of actor to be in Foundation.
Clicky.
Down the rabbit. Yep, he is.
Yeah.
Yep.
He plays, not the Judicator. What do they call him in that one? He has a weird name or title in that movie or in that book.
Harry Seldon is what he's listed as.
Yeah, but he's got a name, a title they call him.
He's in the Morbius movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He's also, I didn't realize that they were in pre-production on Sherlock Holmes 3.
He plays Moriarty.
I didn't know that they were in pre-production on Holmes 3.
For sure.
Oh, that's right. He was in Carnival Row. Can I get that show back?
Fuck,
I
dude, I want that so
show.
bad. He's dead in that show, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but let me see.
Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Carnival Row.
Dun, dun, dun. Carnival Row Season 2 is not coming to Amazon in July 2020. Well, that's not the headline I wanted.
Is not coming.
I saw a date, and I saw Season 2, and I started reading, and like that middle part is what got me, is not coming to Amazon in July 2021. Bastards. Season 2 is one of the shows we're waiting for. The season was not included on the list of releases for July. This means it's going to be at least 24 months from when we watched the first season. So this article is saying at the earliest we can see it is August 2021. Oh, no, filming has come to an end. They filmed it.
Good.
They filmed Season 2.
Good, let's get it. Let's just put it up on there. We'll watch it this weekend. And
so it is just a matter of when it is released. Which hopefully there'll be an August show. That'd be dope. Watch me some Carnival Row.
I found it. Harry Seldon is the Galactic Empire First Minister in Psychohistorian is what I was trying to remember. His title, Psychohistorian.
That's such a weird book.
They say that name so many times. It's like, I get it. Psychohistorian. I have no idea what the fucking that guy does other than the fact that he
just keeps track of psychos of history. That's it.
No, fair enough. That's
I know.
Better way of saying it anyways.
Right.
Speaking of psychos through history, comes naturally. We are
Joe.
I am Cody. That's it for this here episode. Which I was gonna say that wraps up June, but actually this comes out in the beginning of July. So
this starts July.
This is starting July up, fellas and ladies and people who listen to this and creatures who listen to this. I don't know. I'm not going to say just humans listen to it. But that's it for this week's episode. As usual, you fuckers just came naturally.
Bye.